Hi everybody, we have another great day planned and a really, really fun technique for the day. And today's going to be a little bit different. We have a limited kit, which has some exclusive pieces that Wendy found for us. And then we also have our other bundle, which is some new pieces that you guys have not gotten your hands on yet. So, lots of exciting things today. A lot of designs. I'm sure you guys have seen the pictures. I don't know why we were being so crazy, but we were. We almost did, I think, more pieces than what we even have today. Yeah, that tells you anything. So much today.
I think it's because I was trying to smash in also the new products because they went so well with this theme. And so, yeah, and I wanted to make sure that we saw how versatile they are.
Yes. But yeah, overall, crazy day, crazy lots and lots of stuff, and a lot of really fun techniques. And I'm really excited to show you this Lichen moss technique. And then also we have all those colors listed out. If you don't have those colors, we do have the product for that. Just make sure that you have that matte glaze. You'll definitely want that. So,
For sure.
you can definitely, if you look at that product and you have those colors, don't be afraid to paint along with us. And it's not that difficult of a process either. I would say it's pretty easy, but you guys want to do that, you can totally do that. Just I would get your paint stuff out for that.
Everyone or anyone have anything interesting going on this week? I noticed there was frost on the trees this morning, and I was like, ooh, that means it's cold enough for snow.
It looks really, really cool when I was driving this morning because if you guys didn't know, have a class right before this. So I have to get up pretty early and drive down. And it was really pretty. There was like a point where there was like the church there with the steeple, and it like had this really beautiful pinkish orangish to purplish tone, super foggy. It was very
misty, and then sparkly trees too.
And then like the sun was just and sparkly trees, yeah. Ooh. And it was just like very like, just would be a perfect picture if I could take a picture of it.
I feel like there's a certain stillness.
I couldn't. I was driving.
I feel like there's a certain stillness that you get in the morning too that you don't get any other time of day.
Yeah. And I did remember my glasses. My mom will just have to pull them out for me. I have two pairs. She's going to pick whichever one.
Where do I get them?
It's in the top pocket.
Top pocket
of my backpack.
Here. All right. I'm thinking.
If I have my backpack, we have my glasses.
Thinking we're going to go vintagey today because it matches your.
So.
It matches your shirt.
I'm becoming Wendy. Wendy's not on here with us, so I needed to become her so that they could have the bit.
Yeah, the bit to remember the glasses, right?
I don't need them yet, though.
I know. But they do go with the outfit, don't they?
They do.
Had to pick those ones.
But I don't need to go cross-eyed.
Especially because we have some kind of intricately riveted things today, and then
and especially if I'm doing any detail painting, that type of thing, it's very helpful. Or anything I'm trying to look really close, or just even closing jump rings. If I want a perfect close, it's optimal.
I am jealous for everybody that has snow because we have not gotten any. So Kathy said she got a bunch of snow.
Disgusting. Yesterday I looked outside and we were like organizing.
Like it's so ugly.
I was like organizing stuff for today. I'm like, ew, it's disgusting.
It's gross out.
This is disgusting. It was like muddy and just like really like just like looked like junkyard.
No. Peggy said they received a slight dusting of snow this week. Hi for everybody who's just popping on. I see Candy and
Peggy
Honey.
Wouldn't even appreciate it. She told us she doesn't like it.
I know, but maybe if it's a slight dusting, then maybe it's okay.
Yeah.
Maybe. Because it melts away
As
if
long
it's a
as
slight
no
dusting.
Ice.
Right? No. I mean, I don't miss the black ice from the Midwest because
it would be horrible.
That's like a tailbone breaker.
We have too many California imports to have black ice here.
Oh no, that would not.
It would not be good. I think last year there was like a 15 car pile up because of ice,
you know,
or
when,
something like that. Or maybe it was a couple of years ago, but I remember that happening. And
when
I was
your
like,
dad
wow.
was driving down to Mountain Home, there was always accidents. I was so glad when he transferred up here to Boise.
Yeah.
Because they always had bad accidents on that stretch because people don't adjust their speed for the weather. Mm-hmm. Just it's one of those things that you learn to do, or like he would never have caused an accident because he grew up on gravel roads, knows how to adjust the car and the speed for slippery, or you know,
if you grow up with it, then that's what you're used to. But with so many California imports, like they're not used to that, and they're not used to driving in conditions or driving in rain.
Yeah.
Like we are, or even the Idaho ones aren't used to driving in rain like we are.
Peggy said since he gets black ice, I'm sure it does.
Oh,
that is no fun because you just don't know. I remember one time I was driving Hunter to a basketball game, and I was probably driving a little faster than I should have down through the Muddy Hollow area there, and there were 3 deer coming out. And so I slightly adjusted to like avoid them because I didn't want to, you don't crank the wheel or anything.
Yeah.
But it whipped us halfway around because there were deer and black ice. He's like, whoa, he did one of those things like the grab the dashboard thing, like your dad would do with you.
Yeah.
We have an impression of Ainsley's dad when it comes to when he's with a new driver.
Ready?
But you have to hold the dashboard and you go, brace yourself. Every time. Oh, that's funny. Oh, let's see what other comments we have here. Jean says, here is Hampton Roads. It rains heavy and there are a ton of accidents. Little bit of snow. Oh, man. And yes, in the Midwest, you usually see white along with the ice.
The problems that we have with the roads here is it's been very, very rainy this year, even though we're a desert. And so the roads aren't built to handle that rain.
Yeah.
And so the rain just sits there. And that's all fine and dandy during the daytime.
Yeah.
But once you hit nighttime, you don't know where you're going.
Well, you worry about hydroplaning too.
That too. But also, like, you don't know where you're going. You cannot see anything because all the lights are reflecting off of it. And then they also have this reflective stuff they put over the lines. But it doesn't help because the road is reflective with the water already. So you can't see the lines either. And it's very terrifying, honestly.
Oh, man. Well, it looks like we've got a few people in here. So we can probably start with our little overview of some of the projects today.
Let's look at it and take a look here at all the cool stuff we have going on.
Got a little reclump.
I had a little frog in my throat there. All right. So we have this first necklace here. This is one that has parts of these pieces are in the exclusive limited bundle there. And then, so you'll get this
do you want to kind of go over
setting, the bezel?
You could trade, if you trade that one fern earring with these two, we could kind of show them.
You'll get this beautiful filigree, and then we have a bead mix, right?
Not yet. There really wasn't enough to warrant doing a mix. If you guys absolutely need to have these bicones, I will throw one together for you. But the other things, like the fern earrings, I did a kit for that. And the only other they're either in kits, most of the other ones.
Okay, so that's one of the first pieces that are in there. This bracelet we're going to have offered as both a kit, and you do get this in the exclusive limited bundle, so you'll get this red piece here, and you'll get this large piece of filigree. If you want to get the kit, that's going to come with everything else, but you do get the main components in the exclusive limited bundle, which has lots of other cool stuff.
Yeah,
and this is a piece that we do actually carry on our website.
Yeah, so that one comes with everything else is like true vintage.
Yes.
This is vintage Vintaj because I'm sure this stock is old.
Then we also have these earrings, which you get everything beside your rivet and the ear wire for this one. I use 2 rivets, and we'll go over that later.
Yeah, I think it's really great, and I love how we've been riveting things lately. You know,
honestly, I would just solder like an ear wire and wear it like.
I know, right? That would be great
here
if you were skilled in that
yes.
way or had the right equipment. Because I feel like ear wires, like I have tried, or the posts, I've tried to solder those, and oh man, I'm not great. Not great at it.
And those are all the main components, I believe, in that one. I'm going to pop up a picture of that, and I'm going to pop up the cart as well, if you just give me 2 seconds to get there. Those are all in new?
Yeah. Yep. And so the picture that you're looking for is
I have
that group picture.
All right. So this will be cart 100. Cart 100 for this limited edition exclusive bundle for our Botanical Forest theme. Definitely grab that. Those filigrees are just so insane.
This main one, we did a little bit of color filling. I just did 2 of the spots, but you really could do dots in all of these. Mm-hmm. They're just really,
also,
really gorgeous.
I did use the screw down hole punch, so you do not have to, you could put stuff in the flowers too.
When we're doing the demo, we'll show you how hefty and amazing this is, and that's probably like the most limiting factor because we only have just a few of those.
Yep, so this piece is very, very cool in my opinion, but those are all those pieces. Everything else for the day is going to be, well, I'll actually show you our exclusive bundle here as well. So this will be cart 101. This has our new pieces that we're introducing. So we have our ear wires. We have our 2, what do you call those? What do you name them?
What? The dragonfly
circle
coins?
No, the other one actually. The ferny.
The fern laurel?
Yeah. That one.
Yep. So, yeah, so these you'll find individually on the retail and wholesale sites. So you'll be able to continue to get these products, but we gave you guys a really great deal on them, and then a little smattering of these ear wire styles as well to tie us over until we get our favorites back in stock. We thought let's put them on the retail site so you can pick up a few if you need them, and so this kit comes with them. We are doing the dragonfly coin in natural brass and solid brass because it's just really gorgeous in both. And it's like the same size as the Pegasus coin, so that's been really popular for us. A lot of the earring styles that you do, the bracelet styles, it's great for wrapping. It's just a really good overall piece. And then this leaf is just stunning.
It is very beautiful.
I just was super excited when Corian sent those over. It's easy to work with. You can make, it's very versatile. You could make, it's really like lightweight.
Yeah.
So good earring size, good pendant size. And if you turned it sideways, you could probably do a bracelet. I was thinking, what if you stacked them all together and made a bracelet?
Be a very cool bracelet.
Like just like I have at the bottom there.
Okay, so that's our second one. And then beyond this, we do have some kits for you guys.
Peggy, what disc are you asking about? She said, can we get some of those little discs if we want additional ones?
Maybe the
clarify which one and I will let you know.
I think maybe the flowers on the bracelet.
Yeah, well, I'll figure that out.
Okay, I'm gonna go through the other kits that we have available.
Oh, these are fun. Okay, so these we thought made sense as kind of a one-off because they're just complete kits. So which ones are you?
So I'm doing this bracelet first.
Yes.
So this is gonna come with all of our components that we need here. And honestly, can you really pass this up?
Oh my gosh.
I don't think you can pass it up. I was like,
It's so good.
These need to go together.
Like,
this is literally everything.
It's January, guys, so we're giving you guys really good deals today. I don't know what I was thinking. I mean, the
Wendy's probably going to be like,
price of the bundles, the price of the kits. She's not on yet. I don't see her commenting yet. Shh. Don't tell her. Because she sourced this stuff, and that's always a lot of hard work. But this one was Ainsley's brainchild with riveting this piece together. And I was like, oh my gosh, how many carnelian do we have? Because this also needs to be a kit.
So yeah. We do have, there's not a ton of these, but I would definitely get this. I just think it's
there's
too
only
good
like
to pass up.
5 more of these. There maybe
it's so
8
good.
more though. So you can get most of the pieces in the bundle, but then also the bracelet comes with everything you need to make it. And I am going to steal her demo one so I can have the bracelet. No, that's your finished one.
Oh,
I'm going to steal your demo one
okay.
that you rivet together today to make myself a bracelet because it's just so good. Do you want me to zoom out just a little bit?
Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, that is the bracelet. Definitely grab that. It's pretty phenomenal. I'm really good at what I do. What can I say?
Did you show them?
You can zoom in a little more than that. It's a bit far.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to tell from over here.
All right. So now we're gonna do another kit.
Oh, the botanical coins. Is that what you mean, Peggy? She said, "Can we get the more of the discs if we?"
Oh.
The botanical coins are available on the website. If that's what you're talking about, I will send you the link for those.
This one is a pendant kit. So it's not going to come with this top chain here, but it does come with this short amount of chain here. And these carnelian beads, which are very beautiful. We did add some iridescent blue, correct?
Yes.
To this bead. And then all the other components, all you have to do is add your paint and your resin, and we will show you that later.
Yeah, that was Wendy's idea. Is she took these carnelian pieces and she put iridescent blue over them, and oh my gosh, it's like Mexican opal or something crazy like that. It's just so beautiful.
And these are limited because of these beads. They are all going to look slightly different and unique. They are not consistent, uniform at all.
Ah, thank you, Vintaj, which I'm assuming is Korean.
Because there's no outrage.
Because I don't see Wendy saying, "Oh my gosh." Oh, that's funny. Yes. So this one that she just showed, I am so excited. We got into a little mini argument over this piece because I was going to go in and add a little bit more green on top, and Ainsley's like, "No, I know how I want to do it. Just leave it alone."
No, I literally pushed it out of the way to make sure she didn't drop the paint straight, because she was just going to dump it right on top of it. And I knew what was going to happen if she did that.
It would have turned out well.
No, it would have been, you would have not liked it, because you're like, there's not enough color variation. And it would have gone everywhere. And there would have been none. That would have been too much paint.
But
too much paint.
So, just appreciate the strife that went into creating this technique, because it's stunning.
She thought I was mad at her the rest of the day. I wasn't mad. I just hadn't eaten that day.
It's real.
And I wanted to go home, and I didn't want to have to fix it.
Oh, a red potato. Well, it's interesting texture. That's an interesting thought. It is really cool in person and textured.
Okay, so the next kit we're going to go over is another pendant kit. It's going to just be this little pendant here. I will show you this full design too as well, because it is also very stunning. Let me say, like, we just went ham.
So I left all of the chain styles out in case you guys got this kit and want to know what chains Ainsley used for the full finished necklace.
Oh, look how beautiful that is, though. You definitely need this. And this is so inexpensive. You're crazy.
I know.
What are you doing?
No, I know.
Wendy's gonna kill you.
She's gonna kill me, right?
Actually, we might have a murder mystery on our hands. Not so mystery. I'd like
That
to be
one
in that
I
movie.
need to see
I'll play
on.
myself.
Will you swap out your?
So I'm just gonna show you this view quickly first, and then
Okay.
I'll show it
Yeah.
up there.
Because it's
well.
just so stunning.
It's just very beautiful. You add those same discs we were talking about earlier, and you add some beads, and you just space it out properly, and it will lay very, very beautifully.
This is CH0012.
I'm gonna
Is
take
this
this
chain
kit
style?
from last time off.
Ah, Rosie noticed your fingernails. We were just talking about them this morning. She said, have you noticed? Have you gotten a chance to see them up close? And I had not.
Okay, give me 2 seconds to make sure this isn't crooked and twisted so everything lays properly.
So pretty. I just am
Look at that.
obsessed with that.
Wow, how could you not get
go
this?
to full screen because we can't see it yet. And then I'm going to zoom in on just how pretty that looks.
How could you not get that? It is literally so stately and beautiful.
Yeah. And again, that CH0012 if you want to pick up that the chain that she used to make this design.
Yeah, it's a really beautiful, heavy curb chain. It feels really nice on your neck too.
Yeah, it looks like super like comfortable.
That is the wrong necklace.
You undid the wrong one.
All right.
Goodness.
So that is that necklace. Definitely grab up this. It's limited as well because these are Wendy sourced components. So we don't have a ton of them. So grab that one up. That's cart 104 if you want to buy that way.
Yeah, it's a great pendant kit. I almost think though it's probably light enough to wear those as earrings too.
Yeah, it's very light.
If you did just like on an ear wire, those would be really well because you know me, I like my big earrings and stately earrings. So you could get 3 of them and make earrings and a necklace.
Okay, another one. Like I said, we have so much stuff today, guys. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. But, you know, we're not super, super demo heavy, so that helps.
This is the Lichen Moss Fairy Pendant Kit. And it is just going to be up to this leaf with the 2 jump rings, no chain. And look how beautiful she is, and look how cool that technique looks. I feel like I executed that stunningly, even on the back.
I just love how, like, it just looks like it's just growing a little bit on there. And I felt like this technique, really you could go ham on and do, like, your pots for your garden.
Mm-hmm.
You could do other little kind of fun components, which I think it's nice because we show a very sparing way and then a more full coverage way in the demonstrations.
Yeah.
Which is great.
And this is just super beautiful. Yeah. So that's one.
And that one basically, like, you're getting some of the components for free because this usually, just the pendant alone, is a $12 pendant on our
Now,
site.
this is literally nothing. I don't know what she was doing with these.
Well, it's just the components price. It's because they're reasonable.
Still,
Right? It's a
like,
kit.
You put work into it. She did not
I
charge
know.
herself for... This is literally pennies.
Yep, I know.
Pennies. I don't even think
Like
there
I
will
said,
be a profit.
It's January, guys.
There's not going to be a profit. Even I'm being a little bit Wendy-ish, and I know Wendy would be like, what the? You guys are getting a really good deal.
But they are because, listen, these retail for like $5.50 each. The coins do.
Yeah.
Right?
Not including all the other stuff.
Right? Yeah.
You're
so
literally,
I'm
like,
giving them,
at
I'm almost
cost.
giving them the extra stuff for free,
Basically.
including the little beads. So really good deal. And I thought that these were fun pairing with the silver ear wires because they kind of feel like art fair to me.
Yeah.
Right? Like with
Yeah.
the colors.
They do.
And those are just like some iridescents and metallics that I painted with. No like special technique to get those.
Okay, one more kit, guys. And I only have one of these earrings because she didn't make 2.
Yeah, well, because you didn't, I figured we would want to demonstrate on the ferns, and we only have like 3 of them here.
No, she was just being nice.
I was being stingy. No, they'll be easy to do once you paint it.
So there's that.
Didn't I say paint me another one? And you're like, no, we'll do that during the demo.
No, you didn't, actually, because I was waiting for you to give me one with the beads on it like I had originally gotten in the first place.
Maybe that's in my mind's eye. I was thinking that.
Yeah, right. We did not have any conversation about that. Because I was waiting for a while for you to give me one.
And again, this one, super reasonable. This is a lot cheaper than even some of the components. So, giving you guys a deal for today. This kit, if it lives on the site... You guys
better spend some money because this is ridiculous.
I was getting a little slap happy with the pricing yesterday. I
think she was just like gotten to the point where she's like, I'm done with the day. And then she's just like, $12? Yeah. Normally we'd sell that for like 20 something for labor, but I don't need a charge for my labor. My time isn't worth anything.
I mean, it does kind of feel like that lately, but I mean, I guess you can't really, that's not exactly sustainable, right?
Yeah. So,
oh man.
There's all of that, and then everything else you can find on the website. You just have to go to the new section. So yeah.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. She said, I'm loving your sunstone on Maine with the pressed birds. She probably must have seen some projects that I had, or some designs that I recently did. Mm-hmm. I try to share every once in a while what I'm doing over on Etsy on our DIY with Vintaj, because I think it's interesting to see different people's like design styles, what works for you, and help each other in that way.
I feel naked.
Without, you gotta be wearing a necklace. You gotta put on that stunner, the big one, the big daddy.
We'll go over
load it up.
Construction of stuff at the end, and then we'll wear them. I'm gonna set all this stuff off to the side. I'm not showing you guys this. I don't know what she did, and I don't feel like doing it.
It's not a big deal. I just used a few colors. If you really, really want to recreate that, I just wanted to show you guys some different ideas with those new products. If you really want to recreate it, I can tell you what colors I used on that dragonfly. Thank you, Lisa. She said, I really appreciate what you're sharing. Pretty baby. That's stuck in my head. The stupid meme song.
It's because you said bird.
It's because I said bird. Is that why it's stuck in my head?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, maybe. Or maybe because I'm saying pretty.
Isn't that cool? That construction.
I saw this morning, I was like, oh, I wonder if anybody's picked up any of the components yet this morning. And I saw that Jeanne had figured out where to find the coins and the tube beads on our website.
The tube beads make this look really good.
She went, and the rectangle.
Actually, I did. I looked at this piece and I was like, okay, I want dangles.
Yeah.
And I had remembered a specific Swarovski piece that Mackie had made years ago. Like we were to present to when we had a meeting with Swarovski, and so I went back and I found that picture and I used it as my inspiration for how I did this bottom area. Because I was like, oh, this would look really good with that, and I feel like it'd be a nice, unique, interesting design.
And so that one was just a blank that you took the,
yes.
And I think she guessed the exact one. I'm pretty darn sure, because you just took the loop off.
Yeah, I just cut the loop off.
She's got a good eye. So are you going to move your camera over, or
no? I'm moving.
You're going to move your thing over.
She wanted to apparently use this mat, and so to make sure I didn't have any gripes about it, she taped it down.
Yeah, well, it was sticking up kind of an odd amount, like more than normal. Yeah, it was really curling on the edge. So
there's that.
I was like, oh, washi tape doesn't permanently stick.
Here, look at my nails. There you go. This is prettier than the table.
Give a pretty view as you go along.
All right. I'm going to start with my riveting because, yeah. Look at that. It's more interesting. All right. Can I have that bead mat, actually?
Mm-hmm. Do we have? Yes, good. I was like, do we have enough rivets? Because I was thinking use the other long one, but we swapped to the tube ones.
Alrighty, I'm going to grab these. Your piece is not going to look like this. This is painted, but I just don't want to waste our original ones. Well, I guess I could use this technically. We'll just do this one.
Ooh, do we have enough of the daisies washers here?
That's a good question.
Let me look.
And then I'm going to grab this piece. I'm only going to show you guys one of these. There's two things you need to do to help prep your pieces. Can you adjust the camera?
Yep.
And so number one is you will have to hole punch this setting here. And then you will have to use your bead awl for this piece. This is very buttery soft. It's going to open up really easily, so do not push it too much when you go through. Then I'm just going to decide whatever I want my top to be. I'm going to go over here and figure that out. And so I'm going to do this one. I use this little triangle area. See that little triangle right here. And then that's the one that I open up a bit more. And you're going to notice that bent super easy. And then I do actually need the rivets though. I don't have them over here.
There's a bag right there. I'm just answering Jean about the size of the rondelles. Or not rondelles, sorry. Bicones.
Okay. And then we just need to hole punch this. There we go. Just try and get it as center as possible. You can mark it if you want to. I'm just going to eyeball it as I do. Usually. Because I'm lazy. And I'll say, oh, that's close enough. Nobody's buying this from me, so it doesn't matter.
You know what's crazy? When I am not stressing about it, I'm usually right on. And then when I'm like trying to get it perfect,
wow,
it's usually a little
look at that. I'm really good at this. That's for super center.
I think it's like, it's like sketching with confidence, I feel like. Because when you go to art school, they're like, don't be confident with your line. Don't do all these like little sketchy, like hairy lines. They're like, decide on one and do it. And that's what I feel like hole punching is.
Just make sure you open that up too. And then we will just simply thread these through. I go through the back for this piece. Personally, I found that was going to be easiest. Just makes the back look a little cleaner. I'm just threading that through. Well, it needs to be opened up.
Yeah, that does look really clean.
I feel like that is like literally perfect. I don't know how I managed that.
Just like, woo! When the pressure's on. Chris says she loves your glasses.
Thank you.
They were thrifted. I feel like you couldn't even find a more perfect one if you were ordering it like new.
No, you couldn't. They don't make the swag that I have anymore.
Mm-hmm. Or they do, is really expensive.
Yeah. Okay, have that pushed through. Then I do my other piece here. And hopefully I opened it up enough. Sometimes I don't. Quite. Oh, there we go. Yeah. I'm gonna clip a little bit of this, not a ton, and then we're just gonna hammer the rest.
Can you see that real well on the edge?
I'm just clipping it. I just wanted to have it here, and I'll move it in a second.
Yeah. Also protects your eyes from flying rivet parts.
And then I'm going to use the smaller hammer. And we're going to.
Torian said the little tiny hammers are going to be on order here really soon.
Ooh, finally.
And so little tiny
Watch me
rivet
not need it
jobs.
for like a couple months.
That's the way it goes, right? I think we're always like, cold connection is always a really great thing to show because it's just so solid and you don't have to worry about burning yourself with solder or getting your hands like stuck with glue or the durability of the piece.
And this just does take a little bit of time because it's hard to be super accurate in there with this hammer, but it does work.
So lots of just keep swimming kind of activity. I feel like,
and the reason I have it on this corner here is so because this is curved, I'm just applying all the pressure directly on that corner. So I'm lining it up so that it's sitting flat
so
on the back of the rivet.
Hammer the filigree ring flat. You want to keep it dapped.
Yeah. So you'll notice that I do that quite a bit. And then I did choose the side I did specifically to do this way because you could technically do it on the other because I'm like, well, people might see the back. It just looks cleaner.
Yeah.
So, and this is going to be a little bit easier to seal up than the other one, which is soft. And I just kind of test it by seeing how.
Peggy says, Ains, where your screw down hole punch handle. Do you feel like it's one too many things to hold?
It's because I'm at this angle.
Yeah, you've got to hold it on the edge.
Yeah, that's why. Otherwise, I would use that. But since this is not...
You're doing it on the corner of the block.
There we go. Now she's a lot tighter. All right. Now, this is going to be so easy from this point. That is, the hard part is over for that piece.
Do you want to rivet your other one before we...
I was only going to do one. There's no point in showing two. I'm just going to come back because it's just easy enough to show this.
Perfect.
I do need those out of the way. Okay. So from this point, all you need is your stone and some Loctite. And I do a good generous amount. As you can tell.
Are you centered in there?
Yeah.
Huh.
And then we put our bead in there. Just make sure you get it in there the correct direction.
Yes, I'm behind you.
And then I just kind of twist it around and push it down so that it kind of squishes to the edges. and I spin it around because I want it to get nice and sealed. Distribute the glue as evenly as possible. Press it together nice and tight. And then you just wait for it to dry. Remember, wait over a day in 24 hours to make sure it is completely sealed. Otherwise,
before you're wearing it,
might knock out. So don't mess with it.
So one thing with putting the ear wires on, you have to kind of like thread it through the back in order to put it on because of the ball ear wire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So we did that one. We're gonna go back into our riveting again. Were you able to find those?
Like Lisa says she's craving M&Ms for some reason.
I think it's because of that stone.
Do you think it's like
that stone looks a little bit suspiciously
does it look like a smashed
candy-like.
M&M? Because you know when
yeah,
you smush one
white.
and the white, like under the candy coating, comes out?
We're gonna go over to this piece now.
Which I think this one is just a stunner. I am so excited to see this, and I did find 2 daisy washers for you. So if you bought the bundle, the limited bundle, and you want to make this bracelet, you'll need rivets and daisy washers.
Okay, so as you can see, we have our 2 pieces here, and it's gonna line up so that the holes are gonna go right here.
Oh, did you get make sure you use this one. I've already colored it.
So the holes are gonna go right here. We'll hole punch right there. In a second. It's pretty center there. It doesn't really matter. We can tell this hole is very large, but try and keep it pretty center in that little area and then directly next to this point.
Did you, we do have a Sharpie here if you need it too.
And then I did veer more towards the edge here as well instead of being close to the center. So I just go a little bit more closer to the edge instead of directly center there. Okay. But this is also just one that I eyeballed, so.
Yeah. It's nice to be precise for anyone who's following along and wants to use the pieces to make this particular piece.
But that was really good. So you see, not quite center, just a little closer to being to the side here. And that's just so your washer sits a little bit further over here.
Lisa, you're going to get a chance to restock on hearts this coming week. So stay tuned.
Then we repeat on the other side. Just the hardest part. Because this is a little curved, so it doesn't like sit as nicely.
Don't want to skip off the surface a little bit.
Yeah, so that's why I'm taking more time than I usually would. Okay. Hopefully that didn't shift, but we'll see. It'll be fine either way. That's pretty good.
There's a little bit, I feel like when you use washers, there's a little bit of play that you have.
That was really solid. I'm really good at this.
Punch with confidence, right?
Oops, wrong one again. Get that out of my face. Alright. Same thing as earlier. You do need to make sure these get loosened up.
So does this keep the dimension the way you're going to rivet it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you do I'm just wondering if you're going to do the corner trick too.
I'll just bend it afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And, oh, yeah, I do use the corner trick as well, I believe. We'll see in a second. But I'm pretty sure I did that. I was just opening those up. And then we're going to grab our same 2 rivets that we had.
This is like a kind of a little bit more of an intense thing. I'm just trying to show also this other workspace a little bit while you're doing this part. Keep it interesting. Peggy says, Ains, I sure hope that you don't break your arm. Yes, I would hope so too.
What is that? Where did
I don't know.
The arm break thought come from?
Jean says, just think, Ainsley, when you taught the JBB summer camp and nobody had a hole punch or even knew what it was. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's crazy.
They were like also like just worried about it for the campers because they're like, oh, well, you didn't say that they needed this specialized tool. And we're like, that's like we use it every week. All the time, adding a hole. But you know, there was a time in the history of Vintaj where if you wanted a hole in something, you had to use only the screw down hole punch. It was the only thing on the market. And so we did a lot of tooling holes in so people didn't have to worry about that. It just opens up so many design possibilities.
Oh, it does. You get to use
it.
your pieces in more unique ways as well.
For sure. Patting your okay. So she's being big brained and witty here. She said, patting yourself on your back. I sure hope you don't break your arm patting yourself on your back.
Oh, so there was a beginning part to that.
Yes,
okay, that makes sense.
Or the end, there's an extension to it. Maybe it's like a saying where people know what you're insinuating when you're saying that.
Yeah, maybe. You could
She doesn't
avoid
have, she's very,
doing what I'm doing right now, but I do like it when it's a little bit tighter, so I'm just kind of pressing that in there more.
Peggy, she's very flexible. She has no problem patting herself on the back.
Actually, it's kind of funny because I'm helping my dad stretch out his arms every time he goes to the gym because he has zero flexibility. And so he can like go like this barely. He can barely go like this.
Yeah, he showed me at home because he's like, yeah, I was talking to Ainsley about it. And she's like, that's all the further your arm can go?
I can like we'll just demonstrate here since I have a big view. I go like this and I can put my arm like this without my other arm. You can see my hand there. And I can go like this. I can touch my 2 hands together and grab them. Actually, my arm's a little bit tight right now.
So absolutely no problem patting yourself.
I have zero issue, and my flexibility is injury prevention.
Oh, man. Metaphorically and physically speaking, both. Oh, man. We have fun here.
Okay.
Let's pick help. Let's see.
Go.
I have a few of those in my stash. I'm excited to see how this turns out. Oh, welcome, Julie. I don't recognize your name as being here very often. Is it your first week watching, or have you been able to watch some of the recent lives? Now you know. Becky's laughing at you. Or at us, probably. Collectively.
All right, now we just simply drop our piece here right on top. But it hates me today. There we go.
Oh, is it being difficult? Is it being
Not really.
wayward?
Not really.
No?
I'm just being...
You're just being overly dramatic? I sent Ainsley this meme. I don't know, how would you even describe it? The drama one? it's like a scene from a musical movie from the 50s. And she's just like being blown around by the wind. I don't know. It looks like the gal from the Red Shoes. And so I don't know if it's from that. I didn't look into it very deeply, but it was pretty funny.
So we'll just put those right on there, but I'm gonna just do one at a time. Same thing, we're gonna put it on our corner. Make sure that your piece stays where it needs to be.
Well, welcome, Julie. She said she rewatched a bunch of our lives.
Oh, that's really cool. And then
Yeah.
I'm just gonna make sure that this is properly sitting on the corner here, so just give me a second to get at the angle necessary.
Welcome, Monica. Because I'm like a little mouse in Ainsley's pocket, are riveting this gorgeous bracelet. Can you check where you are on the camera?
I already have adjusted
Okay.
it, and yeah.
Perfect.
Now I'm gonna take my hammer, we're gonna round this out. Try and keep it in one place. This is the trickiest part, so.
Yeah, gosh, but what a payoff. I mean, this is one of those, I'm a bracelet girly, and I feel like this one is going to be one that just lives in my stack for a while. It's nice having so many options. So
once
you,
you
just
get
switch
this
out.
like rounded out nicely. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I did this completely backwards.
Ah,
No wonder I'm having a hard time.
where's your example piece?
I put my rivet in backwards.
Oh,
Guys, I'm sorry. I was being silly. I was like, I knew something was like, I'm like, there's something that's not sitting right about this with me.
I see. So you did it from the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So give me 2 seconds. We're just going to flip this around really quickly.
Let me see. Can I see your other? Not quite. I'm going to bring down so they can also see your hands a little bit here while we do this tricky part. You guys can see the lichen moss set that we've got. Maybe. I can see it on my camera, but maybe not. Maybe you guys can't.
I feel very silly at the moment. I'm glad I caught myself though, because I'm like, this just doesn't feel right.
Yeah.
Something about this doesn't
You
feel
know what,
right.
like recreating something too, sometimes.
I just got it completely backwards
yeah.
in my head.
Okay, so which way do they need to go
You
in?
put you put it through your washers first.
Okay.
Then you put it through the other ways. I don't know why I did that. I can be
Only
dumb.
because you're on live, and that's inherently distracting. You guys, I'm the worst.
The thing is I literally thought about it earlier. I'm like, yeah, this part goes on the top,
Uh-huh.
and then I did the exact opposite. Okay. Just thread those through.
Welcome, Monica. She said she is joining in a little later today. I love that you covered the brass with your beautiful flower washer. It's both beautiful and functional. So
The other thing
Yeah.
is this hole is too big for us to rivet as
so
well.
you couldn't do it without it, but also, you could have used the flat ones. The flower ones are just so pretty for riveting though.
Yeah. You can kind of bend
Welcome,
your piece to
Lynn.
here. So it sits more flush as well, this flower washer here.
So Connie asked, what do you mean by rounding it out? That might be from earlier.
Oh, the mushroom technique.
Yeah. So it's like flaring it, like spreading it out, maybe would be a good way to describe that. Ooh. Lynn said she's using a new iPad and just getting familiar with it. Is it brand spanking new, or is it new to you? Like we bought for here, like a new to us one for managing the stuff, because that's all we use it for, is just to be a holder for Switcher Studio, which
it's like our control panel,
yeah,
essentially.
But Ainsley's got a much nicer one that she uses for sketching, but I don't feel like you've had as much time for that lately.
No, I haven't really.
She's a busy girl, you guys, between studying engineering and working for us full time. She's like as Doug would say, she's busier than a one-legged man in a butt-kicking contest. He's used that before to describe you, like when you're like, because when you went to when you're going to OSU, you were only working for us half time.
Yeah,
which was not that, like that's not so much, but like now you really are. I'm like, that is a unique expression.
It's quite funny actually. So I'm just threading these through. When you do this, you can pinch your washer down to sit a little bit more flush with it. It's going to help a lot. I just like to do both of them at the same time to make sure I'm not locking in my center stone in the wrong spot and having to twist it to be in the right location to thread the other one through. That is why I have both of them right now like so. And then we do put it on the corner. This is going to be so much easier than what I was doing earlier. Mushrooming out, as we were talking about earlier, I'm just using this round side to get the top part wider. So,
oh yeah, I can see why this is so much easier to go from the back.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, this does not seem right. It was really easy.
I'm glad you caught it that way, because oh my gosh. Monica said we're having some crazy weather and school has been canceled, so had to run to the store. Oh man, I miss snow days, you guys. I was driving, like I said, there was frost on the trees, so I knew it's cold enough for snow. And I asked Siri, is there any chance of snow? And Siri said, no, there's not. And I got a little sad, because I miss snow days, which should be like counterintuitive, because I feel like Xavier kind of drives me nuts half the time, but I just like that feeling of having a day off.
99.99% of the time, besides the 1% where he's actually decided to be nice that day.
He's
a sweet kid.
Sweet, but he just is he requires a tremendous amount of attention and stimulation. So if he's not given something like a fun activity to do, he gets to be pasty.
Okay. Then, at this point, I'm going to show you the same thing with this washer. You'll see there's this gap here. You do want to close it. Just use your chain nose pliers, and you're just going to kind of like bend your washer to sit more flush on both sides.
So Julie said, I have tried to brainstorm with the bracelet component, and I just couldn't bring everything together. This is lovely. Yeah, I think you could do this also with another kind of setting.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Lisa said one-armed paper hanger. Busier than a one-armed paper hanger.
That's funny. And the same thing on this other side.
I know. Isn't that terrible? That's terrible. Vintage, which I'm thinking is Corey, and she says no such thing as snow days when they have virtual learning now. I feel like that's just like
disgusting.
robbing. That's just like robbing
just criminal.
Kids. You need to have the day off when that happens. Goodness, and for the teachers too.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, especially like how you get to do virtual learning as a band director. I hope you brought your instrument home yesterday. That was like the worst. Actually, when they did virtual learning for band, it made Dallin quit. He wouldn't do it again after that, because they had to like record themselves playing and all this extra work, and it was just awful. And
every once in a while we had to do that in middle school. There was like a special program, and we had to do that like
the practice
thing, and
yeah.
It records us.
Yes.
I hated that
I feel like yours, that worked better than what he had to do, though.
Oh, I'm sure it did.
He had to record his own YouTube video, learn how to upload it, and then get it into Teams, which as a middle schooler was like, And that was because they were on like the very beginning of having technology in school. That was a few years back, you know, like first year laptops and stuff.
Okay, now I'm going to ask you to do this part because you want this for yourself, so you need to bend it to your wrist.
All right, so
we're going to switch out for 2 seconds so she can show you guys how to do this. Okay. I'm not even going anywhere.
Let me see your example one. Where is it? Next to
It's right here. All you're doing is bending the edges only. Okay. You don't touch the middle at all. You just bend these edges here.
Do you guys like my top? It's thrifted. It's the first time I've worn it.
I've showed her where the ultimate thrift place is, and I'm pretty sure she got it from there.
And it's not like she's even sharing because we don't wear the same size remotely, not even remotely. Okay, so here's Ainsley's. She always does a little bit more of a squared off kind of wrist shape here because that's the size of her wrist. So I'm going to take mine.
We've talked about this before. I have very boxy square wrists.
Mine are a little bit more oval. So I'm just going to measure up here and I'm going to say, all right, the curve needs to happen right around here. So I'm just going to take my barrel pliers and sorry if I'm looking a little ghostly today, guys. We usually set the lighting for Ainsley and she's got a much different skin tone than me. That seems like the right place to start it, and I'm just going to keep going along. Let's see how that feels. That's pretty good. So I'm going to do just the same thing on the other side. Keep going. Welcome, Carmen. Looks like we've got Carmen popping in here too. Thank you, Peggy. I like it. It's like vintagey. I don't know, it seems 50s-ish, but I don't know if it really is. From that era. I didn't look closely enough. There we go.
And then you only have
voila.
One more step to do. And at this point, you just need to hole punch, and you can just use your hole punch for this. And then I just line it up. There's 2 little dots here. You just do each one of them.
I'm just reading through comments here. St. Louis doesn't get much snow. I think the confluence of the rivers blocks it. Interesting.
All right. And then that's all we have to do there. You just add your chain just right into here. 1 JR45, both of these. Clasp on that. JR45, same thing.
And if you bought the whole bundle, not the kit, you can go into the kit to get the rest of the materials list if you want to make this exact bracelet.
Yep.
But you bought the bundle of the components and you want, what's the rivet number, what's the washer number, etc., etc.
I'm going to wear this.
This is going to look very lovely on my wrist, I think.
My permanent piece that I have on my bracelet, let's see how many of you guys remember this. This guy. But I wear it a lot, and do you want to know why? It's because I can't get it off.
That's funny.
It's a little too tight for me to get it off. I had my mom put it on.
Which one is it? Oh, that one. Yes.
And I can't get it off, actually.
Oh, it's so good, though. Like that piece is. You wore it. Wait.
I need to repair it, though. I've literally worn it since you put it on me.
Which was like last week.
Yeah.
Wow.
Please take it off.
Oh, it's because it's like exactly your wrist size.
Yes.
So if you make it exactly your size, it can be, yeah, you need help for that one.
I need help in more than one way. We're artists here.
She needs help.
It's
guys.
only natural.
Oh, I see what you're saying here. Those two need to be tightened down.
Yeah, they just need to be fixed.
Yeah.
I think they got like hooked on something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need help with this one too. Perfect.
Do that with my eyes closed.
Look at that.
About.
All right.
Lisa said she made 4 of those. They all sold. 4 of what? Oh, these. This bracelet. This guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure they did. It's such an amazing design, isn't it? It was based on a pattern from, I don't know, probably the
Pinterest.
early 2000s maybe. I'm thinking about when I've first seen work like this.
Okay, yeah. This piece also does get riveted. It's really easy. Screw down hole punch up here in this flower. There's a little spot there for it. And then you just rivet it on the one side. Just do it super tight. It won't go anywhere if you do it tight enough.
If you guys want...
Screw down hole punch, screw down hole punch, screw down hole punch, screw down hole punch. All
Yeah.
very easy. Line up. It's not a big deal to use it for that. I don't like using it if I have to line it up. But since this is
Right.
easy, it's whatever.
If you guys want to fill in the gems, all I did was 1 little speck of rust orange, and then I topped it with the iridescent blue.
But that's really easy. I have these pieces here as well. This just adds some gold to. Is that all she did? This pendant?
What?
Or green and gold?
I'm not sure exactly. It looks like emerald.
I think emerald.
green and
gold.
metallic gold. Yeah.
Because it's originally blue. And then here, just a construction note, add 2 jump rings to get this even. And then something else I did is I had these beads here. The loops that I made are larger and these ones are smaller. This is just so it sits more nicely and a little tighter. You could also just use even smaller jump rings than I used here if you have access to some. But in order to get this to lay a little more properly, that's what I did. Because obviously this and this is at different heights and locations.
So
This piece too, I just clipped off. There's a loop on it. You just clip it off, file it, hole punch a bunch of times. I also eyeballed this one.
So Lisa has an interesting question. She said, can you confirm I always make bracelets 1/2 inch longer so an index finger will fit below the clasp? If it is a material that's could be a little bit pokey, I think that's important. If you don't want the bracelet to twist around, we usually make it a little tighter than that. Or if I'm making a stretch bracelet and I don't like it to flop around on my wrist, I will make it tighter than that.
Mine just depends on.
So it's preference. So if you don't want it to rotate at all, if it's a design that you don't want to rotate, you can make it smaller than that, but you're gonna need assistance putting it on and taking it off for sure.
The thing is about that bracelet is I had made it too large in the first place, so I just made it significantly smaller.
Sure.
Because I wanted it to be tight on the wrist. So those are the construction notes for this. It's pretty easy. And now we're going to do our special technique for the day. Which means get this crap out of here.
Lichen moss.
Get all the crap out of here. Alright.
So, after you put that mat down, you want to show them the difference between the component, like literally all we did, because we're not going to demonstrate it, grab the carnelian. Your kit's going to come like that stone, right? It'll come carnelian like that. We just did 1 coat of iridescent blue. And it's the same that we did on this this other kit as well.
All right. I'm also going to just pop up. This is the effects kit. It has everything you need besides turmeric.
No, it has turmeric.
Oh, you guys are providing the turmeric.
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
So I guess
So do you see
literally
what I did with the
has
folder?
everything. Yeah, I did see that.
The folder. The
Yeah, I
picture.
did. I thought it
Yeah.
looked really good. I just
Yeah.
thought it was a mental suggestion. But apparently it has everything you need.
I sent
including
it so
turmeric.
that we could put it in there. Just so people didn't have to like take an extra, if they're buying the set. If you guys already have paints and you don't want to buy the set, just go to the grocery store and pick up turmeric. If you're buying the set fresh, it will come with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have all these. You'll get some turmeric. I have no idea how much they're giving you, but they're giving you some. You'll get pale green. These are not mixed, so emerald green, bright green. Wow, green, and green.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
Teal blue, and the clear matte gliss right down there. And then I'm just gonna mix these up in the vortex mixer very quickly. And you can probably zoom in. They don't really get to see that.
Yeah. This will be a little bit easier to... See if I can figure out where you need to be for this one. So which are you gonna do first? Maybe...
I'm gonna do the fairy first, and there's
Okay.
actually a reason for it.
Yeah. Makes less of a mess.
You have to be more detailed.
Yeah. Well, also the fern too. Do you want to do?
That one doesn't matter as much. You don't have to be as detailed.
Interesting.
There's space here, so
Yeah,
it's not gonna
yeah.
like stick to something that's immediately next to it.
Corian says, Uncle Doug goes, why do we have turmeric in this shipment? LOL. Now you know why.
Really needs to be. All right.
Goodness.
That's pretty funny. Okay, so now I am going to grab my pendant. Except for you have it over there.
What do you
The
need?
fairy.
Ah, yeah.
Okay. Wheel. Getting nice and close here. Real intimate.
Can you tell she's had her caffeine today? And it's
Well,
not
also,
quite,
it's
it's
not-
not quite lunchtime yet.
And also, I didn't just wake up before I came here. I had time to simmer in myself. All right. So first things first, I'm using this brush here. This is a number 6 brush. This is what I'm going to use to apply the glaze and the paints. And then I'm going to use our number 12 for our turmeric. Doesn't really matter that it's this big or not. You still do want something that's going to generously pick up a good amount though.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
So
what I
this
do.
is kind of like loosely based on a technique that Wendy did a couple years back
In a master class.
in a master class using turmeric, but Ainsley changed the colors, and obviously we didn't have antique back then, so the formula is a little different, and
I need a poker.
you need like an eye pen or a head pen or something like that for doing.
Yeah, so it's a little bit different. Also, she did a full coverage piece,
Yeah.
and it looks different than what I...
Yeah, so a little bit different technique, but same set of principle of using the turmeric as a antiquing, texturizing agent. Peggy says, we like you awake and peppy.
It's because I'm funny. You guys don't normally get how funny I am because I'm tired.
She's like, are you saying you don't prefer the Ainsley scowl that she'll get when she's hungry and tired? Is that not your favorite?
So it doesn't really matter where you apply this. It depends on what you decide. You're like, well, this is where I want it to grow. We're growing it.
This is where you're growing your moss.
And so we're just going to pretend that we're growing it. I'm going to decide where I want to put it. I could do the same. I could do differently. I'm just going to do the same to keep it easy. So I'm just referencing this. I'm going to do this top little corner. We do apply a generous amount of this glaze, so you will want to continue to pour out some. We're going to do some here. And I hope you guys have this because you need it. Right on the edges here, on her skirt here. I do on the outside too, and I did some on the back a little bit as well. A little bit over here, and a good amount over here. And this is just, to me, in my head, how it would naturally grow. I don't know if that's accurate or not, but it's up to my artistic interpretation.
So Peggy was noticing kind of the unique features on this guy, and it's always reminded me more of like a Jeanne than a fairy. It makes me feel like it's like a genie or something that has other facial features than I don't know why, it just gives me that impression, but it does.
I'm just picking it up from the corner here, and then I'm going to dab it in there. So I'm going to go right where I put it, a good generous amount, and you can do multiple layers. I did multiple layers. So I'm just doing my initial layer here at the moment. And I just keep going back in to dip it. And then I go on the edges as well. And this is a bit messy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just so beware.
Yes, I will probably have the Clorox wipes handy.
Something I also do is I do blow to get the dust out of the turmeric out of the way. So you'll notice.
Sophisticated tool there. If you have compressed air, you could use that too.
We are not that fancy here.
We're not that fancy. Some people keep their keyboards pristine, but I kind of had to chuckle how Doug, on the warehouse sale, he like dumped a bunch of like beverage in his keyboard. I've done that before. But he said he went and he rinsed the whole thing out.
Interesting.
Can you imagine like how Hunter would feel if he did that to his keyboard? He would be so upset.
That's quite funny, actually. Okay. So I'm adding, and we're just going with it. And then blowing off any like excess that I find. Then I'm just gonna look and I'm gonna be like, do I want any more anywhere? I do.
Carmen said
specifically
she
right
learned
here.
something new today with the use of turmeric.
Here. So any more I want extra. You also can pick up what's on your mat as well to use if you can get it to pick up nicely.
So guys, when you're using this, it will stain your clothes. So wipe it up after you use it. Just be aware. It's kind of like getting paint on your clothes too. They don't, unless you wash it out immediately, it doesn't like come out. What else is, what do you guys like to use turmeric for besides art?
Curry.
Golden milk, curry. Are you a turmeric fan? It's supposed to have health benefits too. So Vintaj, you're correct that will work as a texturizer, but what happens with the turmeric,
It's the color.
is it mixes in the color and creates a very unique effect for this particular technique.
So I'm going to put all my colors out. I'm going to start with the teal blue. That is going to be our main color for this.
You're going to see kind of the magic that happens here in a second when the color of the turmeric blends with...
Can you clean this out? I need no glaze on it.
Yeah. When it blends with the colors that Ainsley's going to be using.
Very cool. So I'm just getting my colors on my mat here. I know you guys cannot see it, but I will tell you as I put them on what I am using.
How's that?
Just dry it more. I'm still putting colors out, so.
Well, it was pretty dry.
No, I know. I'm just
Dry
saying
it
because you
more.
can.
Oh my
Because you can.
goodness. There.
So I have the teal blue, I have the emerald green, I have the bright green, and now I'm going to put my pale green out onto my mat here. Blowing off my example piece there.
Interesting. Lots of different uses for turmeric besides cooking. Putting it in, Lynn says she puts it in her coffee or if she feels a cold coming on. And Monica says it's been recommended for gout. Cool.
I just realized I can actually kind of get the colors on screen.
Ah.
I do it
Snap.
just right. Alright.
It's so pretty. It's so aesthetically pleasing to see all of it together, isn't it?
Okay. So we're going in with the teal blue, and that is going to be our main color. We're just putting it directly right onto that turmeric. And you're going to get a nice color there because of the mix of the yellow and the blue.
Right, because you might have been wondering, why do I need blue for moss? This is why, guys. So pretty.
So I'm very gently dabbing this. I don't want to change the texture. It should be pretty stuck on there with the glaze, but still just making sure I can keep that texture there.
So anybody who, if you use something else for the texture that's not turmeric, you would have to add a yellow color to this, topaz. If you're wanting to experiment with other things, your colors are going to look different.
Going around the edges. And then we're going to start adding our variation. I do need to do the back a bit. We'll fix it later too as well because the backs will get rested on.
If you bought the cottage mushroom a couple weeks back and haven't gotten around to making it, this would be fun to do that on that piece as well. Oh,
Okay.
Wendy's here.
Don't yell at her, Wendy.
Shh.
I already yelled at her. Okay, I'm just dry brush wiping off from the blue. We're going to go in with our emerald at this point, and we're going to add in the variation. So we have
Did you already move that higher?
a little bit deep tones. So let me move this down.
Wendy, you're going to like this technique. It is loosely based on your one of your masterclass techniques.
Okay, and then we're gonna, after doing that, just little tiny bits there. I'm going to...
Wendy, she's saying for the deals that we gave today because everything is so well priced.
It
I
is
told her to be-
not well priced. It's very
It's-
freebie price.
It is buyer
Appreciation. price.
appreciation pricing.
I think Corey and her are on the same wavelength. Okay. Now I'm just adding in my bright green for even more color variation. I like to dab off some of the excess there as I go through, and I place some. Dab it off my brush so I can kind of blend it, and sometimes I will dry wipe too if it feels like too much, and then I just kind of stipple blend.
Do you ever use like the teeny tiny brush for putting in
I
any
did
of the
not
colors?
use any other brush
So
besides
you're just
this
using
one.
like the corner of it.
The flat part. I'll use the
yeah.
corner to apply it, and then I stipple with the
Ah.
top like so,
Cool.
because I feel like that adds more of that dotted texture. Then we're gonna go in with our pale green.
Oh my gosh, this is just transforming like so much just right before your eyes, isn't it?
Same thing with this, with the stippling. And wipe off.
I agree, Wendy, that they are worth it. All of our ladies, even the ones that aren't masterclass ladies, because this is for everybody today. Like Corian was saying. You guys are having fun at my expense.
Just doing the back now. Really stipling that in there.
Got some interesting pronunciations today.
Do I?
Yes, you do. I noticed a couple of them that were unique to you.
This is a daily occurrence. I'm just special. Not everybody can be as special
Not
as
everybody
me.
can say stippling.
Can you give me a another head pin?
What happened to the last one?
It has paint on it, and I don't want to
you want
use
different. You want a color that does not. Let me see. I'm trying to not have to dump this darn bag out again because I've done it like 3 times today because I needed something in it.
I'm just holding it with this. I need a wet paper towel.
What?
Not wet paper, sorry, the thing. I'm just gonna clean up this
Yep,
area
sure
so it
thing.
doesn't contaminate.
Yeah. Makes sense. So keep your wipes handy. So either like Clorox wipes or paper towel, whatever you use to clean up your surface. It's nice to have that handy so you're not dragging your arm through it because like I said, turmeric it does stain.
So I just have this going here. If you want even more variation, just let this dry and then you can go and add in because it does blend a bit more while it's still wet. You'll see that with the owl as well because it's a very full coverage piece. So if you want more of that variation, just let it dry to add in some extra layers and dimension. Put that off to the side there.
So gorgeous.
I'm gonna wipe up some of this stuff. Get this cleaner than it was. And we're gonna have to use more anyway, but.
Do you need one more or are you good for the moment?
No, I'm good for the moment. All right, we're gonna do our owl piece now, which means I need resin. I have no idea how much she added.
You just
Did you add the jump ring or not the jump ring? Did you keep the loop on this?
no.
Okay.
I clipped it
So
off.
we're gonna clip it off. Easy peasy, doesn't matter if you file it or not. It's not gonna be touching any skin because of the resin.
So you're gonna want to put your resin bed in first, and then drop your little owl in it. So I just kind of eyeballed it, and then you just kind of cover the whole back. That's probably pretty good. You're looking for this guy?
Yes. Silicone brush. Pull it straight to the edges.
Jean says, I still have turmeric from another class. I love this technique. It is great, isn't it?
Just add slightly more than that.
Carmen says, I have a question. Do you need to use hot gun on everything that you paint on? You do not.
No.
You don't have to use the heat tool.
You don't have to use it at all.
At all.
We've not used it at all today.
Yeah, so certain techniques were like, well, it helps to heat it up or speed the drying process or instantly fuse the paint or antique to it.
There's only there's only one technique you need it for,
Yeah.
and that's when you're doing any heat fuse.
Yeah.
And that just creates a super, super opaque coverage. Yeah.
But no, you don't need to heat the metal up. That it's kind of a fun technique to do that sometimes, but you just let it air dry. It'll just take a couple minutes longer. We're just supremely impatient here. And so, and as, you know, respective of your time watching us, we try to make the process go as quickly as possible.
That's also why we do it, is because we're on camera.
Yeah, because a lot of times if I'm in my studio, I won't use the heat gun. I'll just let it sit for longer.
Just centering this the best I can. Sorry guys, I'm just getting that above angle. Okay, that looks pretty
How
decent.
excited are you to get your hair done again?
Extremely. You have no idea. And I actually do have to call her today because I realized I don't know what I was thinking. I have no idea where my logic was here.
Yeah.
When I did it, I put it during one of my class times.
Oh no.
And so it's like an hour before like one of my classes ends. And so I need to call her and be like, hey, I don't know what we need to do about this, so hopefully it still works. Otherwise I'm going to probably throw myself overboard. I think I might
Just
lose
gonna
it.
dive into the ocean.
I might lose it. Maybe the ocean will bluify me.
Right. You get that real genuine mermaid hair.
At the
not
very
just-
least, I would get it a haircut.
Yeah.
Because I know she would have time for
Right.
that. That would help significantly. But yeah. The thing is either... I'm guessing either I confused my schedule, which I looked at it, but I think I just confused the days.
Yeah.
Because no matter how I look at it, it doesn't make sense for the assigned time. So I think I confused my Thursday and my Wednesday.
Yeah.
Or something. Or we confused it together, or I don't know.
Yeah.
I was being a dummy, apparently. As I do, sometimes. Like we all do.
So Janet is asking, have you tried turmeric with any other color families for texture, but not maybe moss? I believe it would look really beautiful with a pink. That would be really gorgeous. You could make like coral was growing on
Can you?
something.
Also, we need more water in there. It's
I know.
almost
I know.
completely evaporated.
I know. I'll do that before we leave today. But yeah, that would be a fun experiment, I think. Oh, it's still a little wet. I'm guessing you need it dry.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Okay. More glaze. We need our matte glaze. Glaze it like you'd glaze a donut. Complete coverage.
Now you want to leave the owl kind of peeping out, right?
Yes. Do not put it on the center. But you can get it on the edges. But I need to add way more to my mouth than that.
Yeah, I mean, it might be hard for it to cure underneath the owl, but it doesn't really leak out, so I didn't really worry about it when I was doing this part of it. If you're really concerned about that, you could use non-UV resin and wait for it to cure. Or you could put the owl down and then fill in the resin around it. It just takes longer.
So just adding very, very generous amount of our glaze here. I don't even really bother with the sides. It will get a little bit on there either way. And I'll go in and add that later, but I'm just going in with the
main amount,
the main part of it. And we're gonna do a very, very generous amount on our brush. Really pile that in there. Do not be afraid to get a little bit on your owl. As long as you're not getting your glaze on your owl, it's going to be okay.
It won't stick, right?
Yep. It's not going to stick.
So I like that we're doing this bigger size because you can think larger. So make a moss covered stone, make a moss covered pot. Really, you can go bigger with this technique, which is fun. Because it's fun to paint the tinies on the jewelry, but bigger pieces, like I kind of want to do some of my garden stuff.
And then at this point, I actually just, well, you can blow off first, and then I just go in with the paper towel. And I wipe it off.
Yeah, I agree, Janet. She says, oh, coral. I feel like the turmeric makes those odd colors you might find in a sunset. That would be very pretty.
So I'm cleaning that off. Doesn't matter if you have little tiny bits of turmeric on there. And then I do clean the edges off as well, because it continues to get messy. Okay. Just gonna add a tiny bit more to add more texture, and we'll wipe off some more in a second. And you can add more glaze too if you want to build up more texture. Okay. Wipe my fingers off some. Now we're gonna go back in with our colors again. Clean your brush off in between from your glaze. And then we're gonna go back in with that teal blue, just directly on there. This one I didn't do complete coverage on. I went in with my emerald in some spots. And I went in with my bright green in others.
I just kind of want to do this in a larger project too. Maybe come springtime when I start thinking about gardening again.
Then our pale green as well.
Because I know you can grow moss on pots, but who has like patience for that? Like there's a way to do it, but
Fake it till you make it.
exactly. Oh goodness.
And this becomes significantly easier the closer it is to your body as well, as always. Just a reminder. I'm doing some wiping off.
So I'd say the key to making it look like authentic, like moss and lichen, is just the variation in of color.
Yep.
So like after Ainsley finished this part last time, I was like, oh, it kind of got too blendy. That's where we got in our like little pseudo argument where she was like, no, because I was like, oh, just add a little bit more color, and she needed to do it herself. But we all agree that do you remember those Snicker commercials
Yes.
where it was like
You're not you when you're hungry.
Yeah. I think my favorite one was like Betty White was one of them. She was such a funny lady. Great comedian.
We do want this to dry ever so slightly before we do our last layer. Because otherwise it does blend a bit too much. So I'm gonna give it a couple seconds and blow it off the best I can. And then this pale green color is very important to get that nice lichen-esque coloring.
Oh, Julie lives in the Redwoods area. Are you in Northern California? She's talking about where she gets the moss that she uses.
That's cool. I'm jealous.
The sequoia trees, like, come on, you guys.
So I'm going in and
So
adding
beautiful.
a nice generous amount in places.
So yeah, if you're not an owl lady, you can do this with anything in there. You could do a butterfly. Anything. You could do. I don't think she has particular prejudice against
literally
this owl.
It's
just
singular,
one specific
owl.
But not everybody does love owls, so you could do a different bezel combination, like a butterfly inside it, and do the moss. I think it would be just gorgeous.
As long as you can tell, it is blending quite a bit. So I'm just gonna layer it up.
Oh, you're funny, Lisa.
And then I also did go back in using the teal blue right over my owl. And I did a layer of that right back over the owl and then just wiped it.
This is looking just like the inspo piece. Thank you for taking the time to do that. It's great.
And then you can go in and
who I've missed on the lives lately is Tracy Alden. She always had really good tips for antiquing things that she would share. Because she used to work, I think for music, making replica things, or a museum, I mean. Did I say music?
Yeah, you said
my
music.
brain is not functioning right now. Sorry, guys. I think she worked for a museum making replicas, correct me if I'm wrong, but she always had these really great tips to share for making things look textured.
Then I'm just going over the edges here and then adding that extra dimension.
Ooh, Julie says craft crotches, witches' bells, picture frames. She uses it on. That's great. I think a lot of the early I want to say around 2009-ish projects that we did that were bigger projects, like when we went to CHA, we used a lot of moss on those.
And I'm going to take this. And that is our effect. I'm going to put it over here. with our other one.
Happy says, very nice. I think so too. Peggy says, ooh, add a couple of tiny flat backs to the eyes. That would really make it pop, wouldn't it? Very,
Yeah,
very,
but
or
like
those tiny, like, those little ainsiest, Corian sent me a picture of doing the kit, that star pendant kit that Wendy designed. And he had like little tweezers where he was counting out the amount of those tiniest little rhinestones. You put those in there. Oh,
Alright.
Peggy, I think I did hear that. We miss her here. Oh, the Fernie. You said that one's fast, right?
I don't want to do it. They don't need to see it. It's the same exact thing as the
I
fairy.
think this is what happened last time. I think I was like, can you do
I
another one
promise
of
you
these?
that
And
did not
said,
happen. I promise you that didn't happen because I remember waiting for it and then you just never gave it to me.
Maybe I could.
I asked you.
We only had like 2 of them.
Okay.
I think I was worried that we wouldn't
No,
have
this is
another
the
one
same.
for today.
This is the same. It's the same technique as the fairy one. Same exact application. There's 0 difference. So it's just however you decide to place it.
Oh, thank you, Lisa. I try to catch everything you guys are commenting on here, and make sure everyone is heard that is talking to us. So sometimes we will miss a few if I get distracted, because that does happen.
Look how great that is, guys. Ah! Just dip my finger in paint.
So what I will probably do is show them how to do the wrap on the fern. If you don't mind, give you a break for a second.
In a minute, after I kind of clean this slightly.
Do you want a fresh one?
I'm gonna use the rest of this one, then
And then
I'll
we'll do
ask for a
another
fresh
one?
Yeah.
Like it does get a little messy, guys. So keep your wipes handy when working with turmeric.
So we're
We just need like a bucket where you can just throw the mat in. Unless it's like ASMR for you guys. You guys enjoy watching mat cleaning
You
up.
need to get the charger.
Some people enjoy that.
Okay, it's decently clean. No massive amounts of turmeric on it.
We need to get a new charger, guys.
It's really bad, actually.
Broken arm. Goodness.
It's not going. Oh, there it goes. Some.
Okay. Just don't move it now, right?
Yep.
Alright.
When she does that, take a while. Guess what I'm going to do?
Go to the bathroom.
Wash my hands.
Wash your hands. Yeah, in the bathroom. Like real soap and water wash it.
Yep. Because they do stain your fingers, kinda. That's fairly decent.
Where did that demo stuff go? I had it laid out here.
It was all in there.
Yeah, there's no
You probably have it
there's
in the
no
other one. Then.
Yep. Yes. There we go. Okay, guys. This is not super technical or hard to do. If you're getting the earring kit, it will come with these teensy, like, I think they're like 3mm bicones. So, not bicones, sorry. It is not a bicone. Faceted, let me zoom this out just a little bit. Faceted bead, right? It is fire polish. And it's got a little bit of AB, so if you get the kit, it will come with these. Otherwise, just any little fire polish will do. So all we're gonna do is fill in these cute little sections with this bead. You could use a flat back on this instead if you don't want to. But all we've done here is, and it will come with the head pins. So all we're gonna do is wrap this down and around the neck. See if I can stay on screen for you guys. That'd be helpful. So you can make this as messy or neat as possible, or as you would like.
So quiet.
It's because you're not helping fill in with conversation.
Awkward silence.
You're supposed to be reading comments or
No new comments.
or looking at that. I think we're probably everybody's winding down their afternoon right now. Okay. So I just get that about where I like it, and you can reposition. If you don't want the head as prominent, you can kind of push it to its side. Inside there, but I thought just like a little sparkle was cute. So you can do this with little beads. You could put a flat back. You could also tape up the back and do a little bit of a resin gem as well. Do you have clippers? Is everything put back over here?
Probably.
Okay.
Yes, they're right on top.
There we go. So all I'm gonna do is trim this little bit off, and then we'll take a pair of pliers. Wow, that got away from me. And then tuck it in so it doesn't snag on anything. And then you have your little tiny beaded detail. Pretty easy to do. Julie says my granddaughter says that when everyone is quiet. Awkward silence. I feel like I have the tendency to want to fill it in too when I'm with somebody, especially if it's not like close family, because we'll just sit there and be quiet. Like I will literally stay on the phone with my husband or family member with like dead silence.
I hate it when you do that and he's in the car or you're
just
in the
like
car
forever.
And it's like
well, because you can hear it, right?
And it's literally like fine if it wasn't in the car. It's just because it's in the car. Okay.
All right.
Switcheroo
trade.
Do we have anything else, or are we just doing construction at this point?
Yeah, I think we're just gonna go through how these people. Or do you want that background again? Or you need
doesn't really
something.
matter.
You need something that's not yucky to put the jewelry on top of, I guess.
Well, I'm not
Yeah.
gonna set it down. I'm gonna hold it. I usually hold
Right.
it.
Let's just swap out.
This, by the way, is almost all the same colors, except for I did base this out with. Okay. I did base this piece out with some earth first.
So that's just kind of like a little bit antiqued, right? Not really the moss technique on top of it.
So I did just added earth, and then everything else is all the other colors we used, minus the teal blue, because there's no yellow here. And then this construction super easy. Thread your jump ring, 3 hole punches in those archy kind of areas. Thread them through, and then you just add chain, which does not come with, by the way, this is a pendant kit, so just you'll have to add your own chain or buy this chain.
And that chain,
there is a pack that has it in it,
is CH105.
okay, yeah. And then as I'll show them all on later. Okay, for this one we saw our last technique. Just thread it through a jump ring with this frame here. Thread this connector through. Jump ring, jump ring. And so you're gonna thread your chain through here, both pieces of chain, just thread it through. If you're having a hard time getting it through, just, I had no issue just dropping it through, but there is variation. If you're having a hard time getting it through, I recommend using a eye pin, hooking it in, and then pulling it through, because that will be very easy to do. So you'll thread through your shorter piece here, and then each edge is going to come around like this, and then jump ring that together. And do the same thing with your chain on top, or just thread through. Very easy construction here as well. Don't forget this is painted with that iridescent blue. We saw most of this earlier. All that's left is to thread this ear wire through and add these little pieces here. We saw all of this earlier.
Corian says that we are really low on CH105, so get it while you can. We will hoard this spool of it that we have here too.
105s.
This one.
The bottom one?
Yeah, this
really
that's
gorgeous really pretty one.
Yeah.
This one, do you want to explain what you did with this one? She has a, where's that bead?
Oh, Mo is watching.
Oh, hi, Mo. And then this piece here, you just open it up, it looks like, and then roll it.
Yep.
And then this one, did you cut this?
That's an FO2. I did. I trimmed the ends of it off.
She trimmed right there.
But I thought, like, so this, really you could do a few different things. So I would say the FO2 or this rosette filigree too.
This one really fits perfectly.
That one fits perfectly.
She just didn't get it in time.
Yeah, I had ordered some, but it came like the day after we were finishing up designs, or like that night before, you know.
Yeah.
So that's a really great one to pair with the dragonfly as well.
And then everything else is just jump ring connections, our lovely chain, which that is our, it doesn't even say.
Yeah, it's
CH125. There we go.
And that one I think is just available on the warehouse site.
And then this stopper bead, just remember, same thing. You're going to thread your chain through with an eye pin and then pull it through and then finish out with our dangles so it can't come off.
Oh, did you see Mo's little collage pendants that she's doing? That Wendy shared?
No, I haven't.
So cute.
But there's that. These earrings, super simple. Just add your connections together.
Yeah, and I wanted to do something that was kind of like art fair feeling with that one. Thus the mixed metals and addition of the bead cluster.
2 more pieces. We talked about most of the construction of this earlier. Just a friendly tip reminder. Well, this is riveted. Screw down hole punch the 4 corners and this one that you have to rivet through. This is just the tube rivet. And then these are all JR45s. And then just a reminder, 2 jump rings here, and make your loops for these 2 middle beads on each side smaller and these ones larger to help balance out so they sit evenly. So that's like your little secret tip, or you could use different jump rings than these 2 ones I used here if you find a more ideal size to get it to lay properly.
You could do like a chain fringe too would be pretty if you wanted to do something that was similar but maybe not as much beading.
Yeah. And then just clip off the tag from this piece here, file it down, and then a bunch of hole punching. But overall, pretty easy. It just takes a little bit of more labor. But I just think it's really stunning. I'll put that in a second. And then this is really easy to do. Just make sure that when you have your chain out, you have it laying flat so that you can do this very easily. The little trick is I have one in between, then this, then one in between, then the bead, and then the next one after the bead is immediately the next link, and then a space, bead,
and I feel like
piece,
Wendy
space,
told
bead.
me what this glass was called in here, and I have forgotten.
She'll have to tell
I just
you.
called it smoked topaz colored, but I know she said it was something very
And if you really want these
unique.
beads or the beads in the last one, you'll have to ask. But it's just more neutral tone colors.
Yeah.
And that's that. And I believe that's every single piece for the day. And we can do a little try on.
Yeah, all your earrings.
Oh, yeah.
Actually, this
I
one,
forgot about that.
a little important tip here is that in order to fit the stem through, you're going to need to bore out or make that hole larger. So the leaf comes with a hole in the bottom of it, and in order to get it to connect, you feed the leaf
Also,
through.
a friendly tip. I know we've recently talked about heart jewelry. If I wanted to do something semblance of a heart, this would be really great.
Yeah, right? Like not so on the nose.
Yes.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. I'm going to go full screen. You can actually show them these earrings immediately.
Are you going to keep your cute little glasses?
Take them off in a second. I was putting it in the same mirror. I already had an earring, and I'm like, why is it not working? It's being dumb. It's because it's mirrored, and so I'm like, oh, this is the hole. No, it is not. This is not
gosh.
mirrored. This is not mirrored, so it's not the correct hole.
Jelly glass. Smoky topaz. I will add that to the description. It is just stunning, and Wendy's right. It's hard to capture it on camera.
Yes. Okay. Now you can show the earring. I'm so sorry, guys.
And that's just using an oval jump ring at the top too. I'm remembering here.
Also,
So-
guys, my helix is finally basically healed. I just need my rook to completely heal so I can pierce my other ear. But
It only took a year, right?
yeah, well,
Year and a half?
the rook is the
Go like
well,
this.
I had a too big of one,
Go like this. You've got a
Oh,
glasses smudge.
but I had too big of an ear post in there, so it kept irritating it. So I swapped it out, and now it's basically healed.
I don't think anything's smudged on there. I think that's
I
just.
think it's an indent.
I think it's from the glasses sitting on your nose.
Yeah, I think it's an indent for the moment.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna swap out my rook piercing because I think it might just be like the metal. It just needs to be swapped out
yeah.
to something better. Yeah, those are the earrings, and then we're gonna do this necklace again. And Wendy needs to tell me she gives me the gold star of approval for my design usage.
Yeah. Do you like
how I
how
utilized your pieces?
I love it. That one's stunning.
So there's that necklace. Just feels so rich and luxurious, and I love the neutrals.
Yeah, I think those are gonna look so good together.
Corian said it took so long for my nose piercing to heal. I'm sure it
I
did.
can imagine.
I saw a video recently because some people get their like dimples pierced or they don't have any and they'll get it pierced. And somebody's like, hey, just so you know, before you do this, if you get it pierced, you know when you like drink water and you like
Yeah.
do that?
That sounds awful.
But I think it's quite funny. I'm going to take this one off because it's a bit distracting.
Yeah. I mean, if that was a little longer, you could wear them together, I think.
Yeah. Definitely could. But that sit nicely.
You could probably just pull it up a little bit to, like if you're wearing a shorter neckline or a,
I tried to
neckline.
wear a lower neckline for you guys so I could
Yeah.
show it properly, but, can you zoom in?
Mm-hmm.
Wrong side.
Yeah, so pretty.
But very nice and
Love
stately.
it. Nice statement. I feel like you could do a really, really long version of this too, to wear with a more simple top.
And I did want to do something that would look good, nice and long for you guys. Because this other one too
because I think
is just
that one looks really good. Yeah, just like wearing it.
We'll just pretend.
Yeah,
but it would look very good like this
that
as well.
length would be really nice too. And you could probably, if it's shorter or longer like that, I would maybe swap to a little bit less heavy chain, but the heavy chain would look great long too, just depending on. But I think you could do more of like the weight of what you're wearing.
I'm going to take this other necklace I have. I have this pendant kit here. Have it very nice and long. I thought that was really cute like that.
Yeah, it's like a nice amount of detail, and I actually really like it on top of that purple top. It's a really good contrast.
And we have this other one as well. These stack really nicely together if you do.
Yeah, I like that. That would look cute chokerish too, I feel like.
A little bit for them. Super cute. And then we just have to show the bracelet and the earrings, which I did show this earlier, but we'll show this view. Absolutely stunning. You need that. Definitely buy it right now. Crazy deal.
Ainsley's like, I'm going in and changing the price.
No, I'll let Wendy do that. Right. Let's add the bracelet on. This is easy to do. I just got it accidentally flipped around. And this one doesn't fit me as well because I have boxy wrists. Small boxy wrists.
If you didn't want it as tight, like I feel like it fits that way. And this is just antiqued with a little bit of black. So that's using the solid brass version with some black.
There's that. And then we just have a few more earrings to go over. I still feel naked without a choker on. I
gotta have it, right?
I always wear a choker. Basically. Or I have a tie-collared neckline, or I wear a scarf. Alright.
Can you please show the earrings closer up, please? Which ones, Connie?
We showed some earlier.
There also are very nice photos of up close. If we don't show them close enough for you, there's some nice photos on the new section where you can go through the product photos. I feel like it fuzzes out a little bit at a certain point. It just gets grainy, but
there's one.
Lovely.
One of these.
She's gonna make me do the whole thing on the other one.
Maybe more contrast there.
Yeah, nice. Very bohemian feeling today, I feel like.
And your art fair.
Yeah, my art fair earrings.
And good thing we're wrapping up because it decided to stop charging and it's only 5% now.
Oh, goodness. We're almost there, guys.
And so we have our last ones. Very cute.
Cute.
And I'm sure they'd look even better on you guys because of blue hair, so it's not very much contrast with that one.
Yeah, because that one's using like copper and iridescent green and iridescent blue.
It's very similar to my hair color. Okay.
Oh, man.
Let's see. All right. So I think that's everything, and we need to wrap this up before the tablet dies on us.
We run out of juice.
It messes up everything and shows us live for way longer than we actually are. But thank you guys so much for joining us today. I hope you guys had a lot of fun, and I hope you guys get to try out this mossy technique and definitely get the exclusive bundle, get the bracelet, get everything. I think you need everything from today because it's just so much great stuff. And it does not last forever since these are very exclusive. So get your one-of-a-kind pieces. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me, and we will see you all next time. And don't forget to join Corian on Wednesday.